Akron Athletics presents Zips Weekly with Joe Moorhead. Sponsored by Hilton Akron Fairlawn. And now your host, Joe Dunn.
Hello again, everyone. Welcome to a brand new edition of Zips Weekly with head football coach Joe Moorhead. My name's Joe Dunn. Here's your invitation to stay with us for the next 25 minutes plus as we talk University of Akron football with the head coach. And coach, 408 yards of total offense. You got the running game going. There was a lot of pluses Saturday. Just lost that turnover battle, and unfortunately, we lose 31-28.
Yeah, very hard-fought game against a quality in-conference opponent. For the second week in a row, we were within one score with 6 minutes remaining in the game. And we need to find a way to close it out.
Yeah, you got the running game going. We're going to talk about that a few times during the show, but it was good to see the offensive line pushing out real well. I got new running back in there playing a lot for you.
Yeah, the offensive line did a better job at the point of attack, knocking some people off the ball and creating some running lanes.
Yeah.
You know, DJ over 100 yards, and then Clyde Price with right around, I think, 75 on 15 carries. So, you know, that's the way it's supposed to look. We're excited we got that kind of rolling for conference play, and hopefully we can build off of it.
Field position, didn't have great field position 2 or 3 times, and that hurt you trying to get out of there. Get out of there once, but didn't get any points, and then the fumble, of course, hurt us down at the 3.
Yeah, so we started 3 drives, 1 at the 2, 1 at the 1, 1 at the 2, and 1 at the 8. And the percentages of drives that start in that field position that lead to scores are very minimal. You know, I thought, you know, we did a good job, like you mentioned, punching it out of there once, but you know, we got to do a better job with kind of the hidden yardage battle and special teams and kind of, you know, defense giving up some yards but not necessarily scores. So all that stuff ties together.
Yeah, a quick reminder, the Zips are right back on the road on Saturday afternoon. They'll travel down to Athens, Ohio, take on the Ohio University Bobcats in another Mid-American Conference game. That is a 2 o'clock kickoff down at Peden Stadium. Not that far down there. Hope to see a lot of Zip fans down there as the Zips take on the Bobcats. Well, Coach, let's go back to Saturday afternoon. Beautiful day. A lot of tailgating going on. Good atmosphere out there before the game. And the Zips finally win the toss. They defer, and Bowling Green's going to get to football.
Yeah, it was supposed to be a deep left kick there, and we kicked it right down the middle and short. And thought we did a good job trying to stay in our coverage lanes. But certainly, as you mentioned, field position, you know, we don't want the first drive of the game starting at the 50.
Zips are going to get a good defensive stop, Coach, as they go down Bowling Green trying to get into the end zone. We're going to see that in a minute, but pretty good defense. I think right here we're going to see Boateng come up and make a nice play. Looked like he was going to win the corner of the end zone. He comes up and makes a nice stop.
Yeah, we talk about giving up 3 or 0 when the opposition gets into the red zone. Had them held to a field goal, jumped off sides, which we got to be more disciplined there. But, you know, good to see us come out of that with, you know, 0 points allowed.
Now, you start an 11-play drive. You're not going to score, Coach, but at least you get it out there and turn the field around a little bit.
Yeah, when you get a backed-up drive, which for us is from the -1 yard line to the -10, your goal is 20 yards or 2 first downs in order to try to flip field position. And we ended up getting the yardage, getting to the 40, but unfortunately ended in a turnover.
Looked like there's a lot more designed running plays for Irons. He's back 100%, it seems like, and he's running pretty well right now.
Yeah, he's feeling better with the leg. You know, we just wanted to do, like we mentioned last week, when you have the quarterback's ability to run, you know, it opens things up, stretches the field vertically and horizontally, and I thought he did a real nice job on the design runs.
Yeah, Bowling Green's going to have to settle for a field goal as the Zip defense digs in again, and Akron's going to be down 3-0. We're going to trail 10-0, Coach, before we start turning it around in the first half.
Yeah, very questionable call there on a fair catch by the off returner where he was just pointing to Shockey, so we turned that in for review, and that made us start backed up there as well. But then they get a touchdown off the interception return, kick off, and then, you know, Shockey makes an unbelievable play as he's done all year on special teams and on offense, getting it down to the 3 yard line.
I think that was, 86 yards down the sidelines?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Bowling Green finally pushed him. We're going to watch that again. He's not that fast, Coach. That's a little up-tempo there for you.
No, you could use that, and then we come back in, get it to Clyde, hammer that thing in from the 3, and get within 3 points.
Yeah, Clyde Price, 6'1", about 220 pounds. Good hard running back for you.
Yeah, and I thought the good thing throughout the course of the game is we answered a bunch of scores. You know, we responded to adversity and found a way, as we talk about every week, to get it into the fourth quarter with a chance to win it.
Yeah, Bowling Green's going to score again. It's going to be 17-7 in a moment, Coach, but they're going to lead 24 14 at halftime, but I think he did enough good things in that first half to feel good about the second half.
Yeah, we came back. Like I said, they went up, and we came back and scored with Clyde Price on the touchdown, and then had the special teams gaff there right before the half. We could have been down 17-14 going in. We ended up down 24-14, but came out in the second half and were able to close it back to within 3.
There's Price again. He seems like he's a punishing murderer, Coach. He doesn't try and evade a lot of people. He made a couple of quick cuts, but he'll go right at people.
Yeah, we got to be smart. The philosophy is touchdown, first down, get down. So
Yeah.
we got to get better at the get down part, so we can avoid him from taking some of these shots that he's taken at the end of some of these runs.
There's Irons with a nice run right in front of you, Coach, for a first down.
Yep. There's Price again. A lot of yards after contact. Ran with great pad level.
Defense had some big plays, kind of missed tackle there, but good pursuit. They're going to get him out and get him down.
Yeah, the kids are doing a great job swarming to the ball. Curtis with the tip there. It would have been nice to see that turn into a pick.
Bowling Green going to get it inside the 5-yard line, and they're going to score and make it 17-7, but Zips are going to come right back.
Yep. Got a nice screen there to Shockey. They scored on a low play action. Then we drove right back down the field and answered. Good throw there to Price to get it down in tight, and then we're going to go back to him again with the RPO off of the power sucker for the score.
Out of the backfield, Coach, they missed an assignment. Good call there, and easy pitch and catch for the touchdown.
Yeah. And this is really where the kind of tide turned a little bit in terms of momentum. We got them stopped, and unfortunately we had to special teams miscue down there. Drove down, tried a Hail Mary there, and came up a little bit short on the last 2-minute drive.
As you said, the first half is going to end with Bowling Green leading 24-14, but we're going to watch highlights of the second half in a few minutes, Coach. But you outscored the opponents for the second straight week in that second half. Seems like you came just a little bit stronger in that second half.
Yeah, we for whatever reason, we're coming out the gates a little bit slow. Talk to the captains and leadership council about that, things we could do in pregame to kind of get our motors running a little bit quicker. It seems like once we hit that second quarter and specifically into the second half is where we start playing our best football. And like I said, we're getting it to the fourth quarter within a score. We just got to find a way to finish it off.
You mentioned something, Coach. I was kind of confused up in the press box. Blake Hester on the kickoff was trying to point to Shockey or just raise his hand, or they called a...
Yeah, it's a me-you call. So whatever returner is fielding the kick, the other one turns to him and says you.
Yeah.
And Blake turned and pointed to Shockey saying you. And they thought it was a fair catch from the off returner. Yes, sir.
So that was a tough one. But the Zips down 24-14 at the half. We're going to take a break, come back and watch second half highlights right after this. Don't go away.
At the University of Akron, you have opportunity. Opportunity to be transformed through learning in our more than 200 in-demand degree programs. Opportunity to gain lifelong talents in the classroom, the studio, the lab, and in the community. And the opportunity to be a leader because of those who will support you here. At the University of Akron, you'll find your opportunity to reach greater heights. Here, everyone rises.
It takes attention to detail. With your local Bryant dealer, you're getting more than just a technician. You're getting someone who pays attention to your needs and the little things that make a big difference. It takes a dealer you can rely on. And to keep your family warm this winter,
here, let me show you how this works.
It takes Bryant.
Bryant, whatever it takes.
And to keep your family comfortable, it takes Choice Air HVAC. Find them at choiceairwithane.com.
Okay, welcome back to Zips Weekly with head football coach Joe Moorhead. We're watching highlights, second half highlights right now from the tough loss to Bowling Green on Saturday afternoon. Another quick reminder, the Zips at Ohio University on Saturday. That'll be a 2 o'clock kickoff. And let's watch this kickoff because for the second week in a row, Coach Blake Hester returns a kickoff for you pretty well, 37 yards.
Yeah, incredibly valuable member of the team. Starter on all 4 special teams, provides great depth at the running back position and a phenomenal teammate as well.
Zips come out throwing the football again.
Yeah, big day, 20 of 33, 225, and then another 100 on the ground. Shockey with five catches for 60. Then Alex kind of broke out as well.
That big kickoff return, we got a penalty. It really hurt us on that first drive.
Yeah, we got a hold in there. We were moving, got us behind the sticks at 2nd and 20. Really took the air out of that drive because we were moving the ball pretty well. And there's a pick by KJ.
I thought that ball was tipped from the press box, but I think Bowling Green just had it go off their fingers.
Yeah, the receiver tipped it. Great job. They say great things happen with pursuit when you're running to the football. Kid tipped it up. KJ hustling made a great play to turn the tide of that one.
Yeah, KJ Martin, the transfer from West Virginia.
Yeah, another swing out to KJ. I think this might be the pass to Alex.
Well, that was a quick release. They're coming right at him. A lot
Yeah,
of pressure
lot
right
of
in his
pressure.
face.
Yeah, we got to, once again, we keep talking about, finding a way to protect DJ a little more, give him some time because we have people open down the field, getting the ball. I think here's a touchdown pass.
Yeah, Zips down 24-14 as you watch highlights, but they're going to cut into that lead right now. Alex Adams, again, the fastest of the Zip receivers. He's going to have 2 touchdown receptions, and that was a good one right there.
Yeah, 5 for 96 and 2 touchdowns, and quite frankly had another one that could have resulted in a touchdown that he let bounce off his pads. But great to see Alex, a guy that didn't play a ton at LSU, coming in here and getting better and improving every week, just like the rest of the team.
Yeah, he's got to be playing with a lot of confidence right now.
Yeah, at this point, he's done a great job. He's got healthy off of that injury from St. Francis, and feeling good about it.
We just saw Bowling Green go for it, I think, on 4th, and they threw the long pass, which kind of surprised me a little bit. They didn't run it, but gives the football back to Akron.
Yep. So down 31-21. Now we got to mount a drive, right? Respond to adversity, find a way to get back in the game. Mount a drive, and then find a check down there to the tight end. And I think on a 3rd and extra long here, we're going to hit the touchdown here to Alex again. Great 3rd down conversion there. That was 11 of 17 on 3rd down, which was by far our best of the season. So that really helped us offensively.
Yeah, Alex Adams with the reception again, and he's going to score the touchdown, I think, right on this play.
Yes, sir. A little deep switch route against cover 2. Great job getting behind the secondary. DJ delivering the ball, and we're about halfway through the 4th quarter, and it's a 3-point game.
Now you can feel momentum shifting, Coach. I could see your players on the sideline. They're upright as close as they can get to the field, waving towels. They're into the game.
Yeah, we're energized, and I think that's the steps that we're taking to build a program. We want people to care about Akron football, and the days of people rolling into our stadium or us going on the road and expecting us to lie down and take a beating and get their sandwich and go home, and those days are over. So that was critical right there. The field position flipped. We got the score. We kicked off. And instead of a 3-and-out, we let them drive a little bit, and then we end up being pinned at the 1 for the last offensive drive of the game.
Yeah. A couple plays before that, Coach, we saw Nate Thompson come over and make a nice defensive play to knock that one away.
Yeah, 10 tackles again for Nate, getting better and better. And then DJ with a critical scramble on 3rd and 14 there to keep the drive alive, and we end up misfiring on the 4th and 7. And then unfortunately, they get the ball back. We have 3 timeouts with 1:33 left, and we weren't able to close that thing out.
Yeah, the Zips lose that one 31-28, and tough loss, Coach. But as you said, the days of the Zips folding up are over.
Yeah, it's not going to happen. Not on our watch. The result is not what we wanted.
Yeah.
We don't believe in moral victories, but when you're in the process of building a program, and you can go back-to-back weeks against quality opponents, and have a chance to win the game in the 4th quarter, and it not be a blowout. Those are not the required steps, but they're necessary steps, and we're going to keep hammering away at the process and working and finding ways to get better and better every week and find a way to close out these games.
There you go. We're going to take a break. We're going to come back. Segment 3 each week. We talk about some of the outstanding performances from the Zips, so don't go away. We're going to talk Zip personnel right after this.
At the University of Akron, you have opportunity. Opportunity to be transformed through learning in our more than 200 in-demand degree programs. Opportunity to gain lifelong talents in the classroom, the studio, the lab, and in the community. And the opportunity to be a leader because of those who will support you here. At the University of Akron, you'll find your opportunity to reach greater heights. Here, everyone rises.
It takes attention to detail. With your local Bryant dealer, you're getting more than just a technician. You're getting someone who pays attention to your needs and the little things that make a big difference. It takes a dealer you can rely on. And to keep your family warm this winter,
Here, let me show you how this works.
it takes Bryant.
Bryant. Whatever it takes.
And to keep your family comfortable, it takes Choice Air HVAC. Find them at choiceairwithan.com.
Well, each time that this week we talk about some of the outstanding performers of some of the young guys that have played well for Coach Moorhead, and we talked about the running game, Coach. So let's start with the young man, transfer, Clyde Price. I thought he played his best game for you.
He played really well. We were able to give him some running lanes, got a little bit of push up front. Does a great job running with pad level, and really created a lot of yards after contact. So it was exciting to see us build on the run game.
You put the ball in his hands 17 times. Is that the normal for you want to get the ball in his hands that many times, or is that something that progresses during the game?
I think with all of the running backs, you're looking at anywhere between 25 and 35 touches.
Okay.
Maybe not necessarily all of them being carries, but either handoffs or getting them the ball out of the backfield. The ideal number for the running back position in terms of touches has always been between 25 and 35.
Yeah. I'll tell you, a young man I'm excited about. He's only a sophomore. We saw him score 2 touchdowns in the highlights. That's Alex Adams, a wide receiver, the transfer from LSU. You've talked about him, Coach, a lot, being the fastest of the wide receivers. And, boy, he's a deep threat.
He is, and I've known Alex for a while. Was committed to me at Mississippi State before decommitting and going to LSU after their 2019 season. But, that's part of the process of developing genuine relationships with kids where they go to a Power 5 school and it doesn't work out. We were Alex's first call, and I'm excited about what he's doing this year and the road ahead for him because he's a great young man and he's going to make a lot of plays for us. Yeah,
4 catches, 96 yards, 2 touchdowns for Alex Adams. We talk about our quarterback, DJ Irons, each week, back to being healthy, running the football. I love the way he plays with a lot of emotion out there.
He does, and DJ loves the process of preparing. Attacks every practice with a lot of passion, and he plays the same way. Obviously he'd like to have a throw and a fumble back, but without him throwing the ball and running the football, he's a valuable and instrumental member of the offense, and I'm just very excited about the way he's progressed throughout the season.
Yeah, 329 total yards, total offense for DJ Irons. Offensive line, Coach, you look at those guys a lot closer than I do. Who played well for you up front?
I think Anthony Wiggin has done a nice job in pass protection and run blocking. Doing a great job on the interior there, and then I think Nate Williams is bringing a lot of physicality and mentality to the position. Yeah,
you mentioned Nate Williams, only a sophomore. He's turned into kind of a leader in that offensive group.
He has. He's not a guy that says a ton, but when he talks, people listen. It's just like E.F. Hutton. So he's. You need somebody on the offensive line that carries a mentality, and Nate's certainly that guy.
Yeah. Special teams, 2 really good kickoff returns, 1 fumble, but what's your grade on the special teams this week?
I think it was probably a push. The average drive start battle was plus 30 or minus 34 for Bowling Green, minus 30 for us. Thought we affected the game positively in the return game with Shockey and Blake. Obviously, the fumble before the half was a critical mistake, and then I think Noah averaged 49.7 per punt. He only punted 3 times, and then Noah was perfect on PATs.
Yeah. Defensively, Bub Arcelani again leading the Zips in tackles. Nate Thompson played well in the back for you.
Yeah, also Victor Jones had a nice game, got some pressures, got a sack and a TFL. But Bubba's one of the, I think, leaders in the country for solo tackles and continues to play at a high level on a weekly basis. Nate continues to get better and better. As we mentioned, Victor did some nice things. Got to shore up a little bit of the coverage on the back end, put a cap on some of these explosive plays. But, at the end of the day, the defense was put in a couple tough situations. We just 17 points when you take away some of the turnovers, but we got to get stops in those situations.
Exactly.
But I really like how we're developing. We just got to do a little better on third down and eliminate some of the explosive plays.
Coach, I talked to a couple fans at the game on Saturday who watched the TV show, and they said, ask the coach about those young players, guys that maybe you're redshirting that we won't see until next year. Can you name 2 or 3 guys you're really impressed with, you watch every day in practice?
Yeah, we're out of the redshirting business. So whoever's ready to play is going to play.
You can play them 4 times and still
you
get
can
their fresh
4 games, but at this point we're building the program, so we're going to do it. But Brian McCoy is a guy that has stepped up and played starting role in significant snaps as a true freshman. Obviously Noah Perez has done a really nice job, and I can go through each position with guys that maybe aren't in the 2 deep right now, but have a lot of potential. Markel Darnell, the 3 offensive linemen, Charles Kellum, Dijon Jennings. Then you go on the other side of the ball. We did Kaiwan Murphy at defensive tackle. So we've got some really, really good young talent that aren't quite ready to play in a college game yet. But with a year of seasoning and experience, are going to come ready to roll next year.
What you're saying, Coach, the future looks pretty well with those young kids.
I believe so. I think we did a really nice job recruiting, combining our portal guys with our high schools and JUCOs, and 12 commits for this year. I believe we had 75 kids at the game, which was awesome, over 200 with their family members. So recruiting is the lifeblood of any football organization, and we're attacking it. And like I said, everything's building towards the future.
There you go. Good job, Coach, on that. And we're going to take a break. When we come back, as we said, the Zips down at Ohio University, down in Athens on Saturday, 2 o'clock kickoff. We're going to come back and get a scouting report on the Bobcats right after this.
At the University of Akron, you have opportunity. Opportunity to be transformed through learning in our more than 200 in-demand degree programs. Opportunity to gain lifelong talents in the classroom, the studio, the lab, and in the community. And the opportunity to be a leader because of those who will support you here. At the University of Akron, you'll find your opportunity to reach greater heights. Here, everyone rises.
It takes attention to detail. With your local Bryant dealer, you're getting more than just a technician. You're getting someone who pays attention to your needs and the little things that make a big difference. It takes a dealer you can rely on. And to keep your family warm this winter,
Here, let me show you how this works.
it takes Bryant.
Bryant. Whatever it takes.
And to keep your family comfortable, it takes Choice Air HVAC. Find them at choiceairwithan.com.
Well, the Zips heading down to Athens, Ohio, Saturday afternoon. Another Mid-American Conference game against the Ohio University Bobcats. Ohio right now 2-3 after a tough loss up at Kent State on Saturday afternoon. And Coach, when you talk about Ohio University, you got to start with their quarterback, Curtis Rourke. He is the younger brother of Ohio quarterback Nathan Rourke, who caused a lot of problems for everybody in the Mid-American Conference. He's a big kid, about 6'4", 217.
Yeah, runs it, throws it well.
Yeah.
Does a great job. Kind of being the general of the offense, and I think he set a school or league passing record against Fordham in their
Right.
50, the big win they had there. So yeah, he's definitely someone we need to keep an eye on.
They have 7 wide receivers that are doing a good job. They throw the football a lot, but Rourke is the key. And as we mentioned, he's a big kid, big target for the defense.
Yeah, had a nice game against Kent, as you mentioned.
Yeah.
Went into overtime there in their first conference game, but. Yeah, they Coach Albin's done a nice job with the program, taking over for Coach Solich, and they've had 4 games and been pretty competitive. Outside of the Iowa State and the Penn State game, but they've done a nice job this year.
Yeah, they had a nice opening game win against Florida Atlantic, then came back and had to score 21 points in the fourth quarter to beat your alma mater, Fordham.
Yeah, I was proud of the Rams. They played a great game. Had the ball with a chance to win it there at the end, but. Yeah, that was a high-scoring affair, and I said the Rourke kid really had a day, and Bobcats were able to come out on top.
Yeah, one of their wide receivers is a guy you may be familiar with, Coach, Jacoby Jones. He's a Mississippi kid, I think.
Yeah, they've done a great job getting local players, in-state players, and then also taking advantage of the JUCO market and the portal market. And they've comprised a very nice roster.
Yeah, talking about local players, their defense is led by a young man from Barberton, Key Thompson, defensive back. Been down there a while, but he's a tough hitter.
He is very fast, runs sideline to sideline, physical at the point of attack. I believe he's an all-league returning player, along with Tyreek Drake, the graduate kid from LeBray. So, yeah, there's a lot of local flavor on the roster.
Now, the defense, I think, has sacked the quarterback 11 times in 5 games. I'm not sure if that is an average that you look at or not.
Yeah, how they're rushing the passer. They, number 17's a really active defensive end. And then between 50 and 55, the 2 interior guys, they do a really nice job, reestablishing the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, their kicker is a young man by the name of Nathaniel Vakos, and he hasn't missed a field goal yet. I think he's 6 for 6 with a long of 45 this year.
Really? Hopefully you just put the no-hitter jinx on him and he pulls one right or left
trying,
in our
Coach. I'm
game.
doing
So,
what I
no,
can do.
you're doing your part. I appreciate that.
There you go. Coach, a tough loss to Bowling Green, but best of luck down at Ohio University, another Mid-American Conference game. Best of luck.
Peden Stadium, tough place to play. We're excited about the opportunity, and we'll be back at it.
There you go. For Head Coach Joe Moorhead, I'm Joe Dunn. Thanks for watching. Back next week with more Zips Weekly. And as always, go Zips.
This has been Zips Weekly with Joe Moorhead. Sponsored by Hilton Akron Fairlawn. Thanks for watching, and as always, go Zips.
This has been a presentation from Learfield IMG College.